We are engaged in the world, but we're going to be engaged in a world that makes sense and that's smart.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Tuesday insisted that the Trump administration was not withdrawing from the world. That's as Rubio fought criticism by some members of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee of the administration's cuts to foreign aid and diplomatic budgets.
You're not going to like all the changes, but I want you to know what the intent of the changes are. It is not to dismantle American foreign policy, and it is not to withdraw us from the world. Because I just hit 18 countries in 18 weeks. That doesn't sound like much of a withdrawal.
Rubio said that many of the programs he has cut did not serve U.S. interests, and that Washington would remain the world's most generous donor of humanitarian aid.
I didn't ask.
Senator, please let the Secretary have.
In a sometimes feisty first testimony as Secretary of State, Rubio was challenged over his role in the administration's crackdown on immigration, Trump's engagement with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and the decision to prioritize the resettlement in the U.S. of white South Africans versus refugees from elsewhere. Here's Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen.
And while you've turned away from a genocide in Sudan and invented one in South Africa, you teamed up with President Trump to throw the Ukrainian people under the bus and have been played like a fiddle by Vladimir Putin. And I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job based on what I know.
Well, that's just a flippant statement, Mr. Secretary.
Can I respond, Mr. Chairman?
On Russia, Rubio said Putin had not received any real concessions in the U.S. effort to initiate talks to end the war in Ukraine. In an exchange with Democratic Senator Jeanne Shaheen, Rubio defended Trump, saying he was trying to end the war.
And what the president's trying to do is end a war. He's trying to end a bloody, costly war that neither side can win, and people are dying every single day. And so, but this notion that I don't, what has Putin gained throughout this? He hasn't gotten a single concession. He hasn't gotten a single sanction lifted.
Republicans have praised Rubio, who has become a crucial figure in the Trump administration. He currently is also serving as Trump's acting national security advisor, the USAID administrator, and the acting archivist of the United States.